35 is alkalotic because there are fewer hydrogen ions. This causes the pH to rise. A normal bicarb, or HCO3, is 23 to 27 milliequivalents per liter. A bicarb value below 23 is called acidotic, and a value above 27 is called alkalotic. This one's easy to remember. It moves in the same direction as the pH. Below normal values means acidosis. Above normal values equals alkalosis. A normal PO2 is 80 to 100 millimeters of mercury. Meanwhile, a normal O2 sat is 96% to 100%. We've discussed acidosis and alkalosis. Now let's broaden that to include all four abnormal acid-base disturbances. These include respiratory acidosis, respiratory alkalosis, metabolic acidosis, and finally, metabolic alkalosis. The respiratory disturbances, as their name indicates, have to do with altered ventilation. In turn, metabolic abnormalities are non-respiratory in nature. Metabolic problems can be caused by poor renal function, diabetes, shock, excessive vomiting or diarrhea, large amounts of nasogastric drainage, or fluid and electrolyte imbalances. When these abnormal states occur, the body tries to compensate, striving for a state of equilibrium. The lungs can begin compensating immediately. However, the kidneys, which are the controlling mechanism for metabolic compensation, are much slower to react. They start compensating within 24 hours, but may take up to 5 days to reach their maximum potential. Even with these mechanisms in place, the body may not be able to attain equilibrium. Now for the fun part, the family tree of an AUG, or name that baby. First, start by writing down these normal values. pH, 7.35 to 7.45. PCO2, 35 to 45. HCO3, 23 to 27. These lab values will be used to determine whether your patient is in respiratory acidosis, respiratory alkalosis, metabolic acidosis, metabolic alkalosis, or a normal state. As we said earlier, this is called the family tree of an AUG. Each AUG has a first name, a middle name, and a last name. Think of it as you would naming a baby. The first name only has two choices, compensated or uncompensated. The last name also only has two choices, acidosis or alkalosis. The middle name has more choices, so we'll save it for last. The pH always determines the baby's first and last name. In this example, the pH is 7.23. Is this normal? If it is, the baby's first name is compensated. If it's not, the first name is uncompensated. So what is the first name? Right, uncompensated. Next we'll choose the last name. Is the pH acidosis or alkalosis? If you said 7.23 is acidotic, you're right. The baby's last name is acidosis. So now we have a first name of uncompensated and a last name of acidosis. How do we determine the middle name? We're going to determine the baby's father. Look at the CO2 value of 32. Is that acidotic, alkalotic, or normal? Refer to the normal values that you wrote down. Alkalotic, so write down alkalosis beneath the 32.
Does everybody understand that?
Next, look at the HCO3 value of 14. Is it acidotic, alkalotic, or normal?